Welcome to the Larry and Charlie Show. I'm Charlie. This is Larry.
How you doing?
And we've got something that you might want to purchase. We don't have it, but somebody's got it.
This is cool.
I'm getting one. I mean, that's a great T-shirt. Isn't
That's
it?
a great T-shirt.
How many liberals you think walk behind you?
I know that. I want one just to drive people nuts.
I'm pretty sure Timu's got them. I'm going to buy one from the communist Chinese government. It's going to be half the price. It'll be $2 more with the tariffs, but I mean, was it there? $5 is $5.
$5 is $5. Yes.
Behind the dumpster in the alley, $20 is $20. But that's totally. Might
Well,
forget about that.
Yesterday was Liberation Day, and it was a great day for those of us that understand how the economy works and how business works and how the world economy works.
Next national holiday. After they see what happens.
It has to be. But not everybody understands. Let me give you an example. Watch this.
Good morning. I'm coming to you from America, where I've been informed I was freshly liberated as of 4 p.m. yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, but I don't feel liberated. I have a request for the rest of the world. If you could please just skip talking to this clown like he has a single rational brain cell in his narcissistic megalomaniac mind, and just go straight to the retaliatory tariffs. Because MAGA's blaming liberals for crashing the stock market on purpose just to make him look bad. Because in their minds, their perfect leader couldn't possibly do anything bad. This is a terrible decision. I know it. I didn't grow up saying liberty and justice for all just to watch my country get flushed down the toilet. So if you could just slap us with the tariffs and burn it to the ground and end this ridiculous clown show that we are all in, I would be eternally grateful. Thank you.
Larry, what don't they understand? If you don't understand, let me explain it to you. We are the biggest consumer in the world, and we pay the most for every goddamn thing. And they charge us because they know they can, and no president says anything about it. We're only charging them back half. In some cases, less of what they're charging us.
The interesting thing is this. We won World War II because of our industrial base.
Correct.
Okay. So that was what, 1940 to 45.
Right.
Then came the baby boomer era again, which was based off of our manufacturing base because we had jobs and industry and all this good stuff.
Baby boomers are shit.
Right.
Hippie movement, all that crap. They never run anything right.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm one. I ain't done shit. And then we started this exporting where we said, well, we can get it cheaper in China and you could in Japan. Those of you that are my age, when it's something said made in Japan, what did it say? What did we say back then?
It was junk.
That was
Larry.
pure junk.
Junk.
And we were like, hey, made in Japan. Oh, what crap. Nowadays, if you said made in Japan, what do you get?
It's good shit.
It's good shit. All right. And where do they get the technology?
They get it from us.
From us. Same with China. You know, China back in the 80s, their economy was pure crap. And then we started building over there. And then they started making laws that if you want to sell to China, you got to make it in China.
Yeah, products are still shit unless you get it from Taiwan in some cases.
But the thing is that we have, over the last 40, 50 years, we have destroyed our industrial base, which has left us vulnerable that nobody even thinks about this, is that if we end up in another war, a world war, and we don't have the manufacturing ability to be able to sustain a war because we took our industrial base and shipped it to China and everywhere else. So the tariffs are an interesting concept because one question I want to ask before I get into the tariffs. Today I watched on the news, on the Senate floor and in Congress, all the commie bastards up there talking about how Trump is he's destroying America, going to do all this other stuff. I got one question. These people who are talking, when's the last time any Democrat has made any sense or made any proposal in an economic forum in policy that has worked in America?
But Larry,
Just name one.
they don't need to. In fact, several of them during all this large inflation that we've had going on have said, what is it if you spend a few more dollars? Because you're helping people. Now, you really weren't ever helping anybody. And it hurt me a lot.
No.
I said, ooh, when I go to the grocery store, I could barely make it to the cash register. Another thing is, this is, some of these countries have already said, look, you drop your tariffs, we'll drop ours.
Right.
And they're charging us more than we're charging them. They need us. We don't need them. We can manufacture in the United States. It's easy to start the U.S. machine back.
Right.
And the other country, the other things, not maybe the countries, but the corporations that are working out of those countries, when they find out it's cheaper, if their country's not going to drop it to make it in the United States, and you don't have to export it, and you don't have to have labor going across seas, you don't have to making parts here and then doing stuff over here. You can do it all in one place. Right. They want to do it.
So
Hyundai is building a giant steel plant in Louisiana.
Yes, I know. Here's the deal. Okay, since Trump has been president, now we're going to January 21st. So we got February, March, really 2.5 months?
Yeah.
In 2.5 months, Trump has got guarantees from foreign countries, $4 trillion of foreign companies that are coming to this country that are going to be building and manufacturing their product in this country because they don't want to deal with tariffs. $4 trillion. Think about that for a second. All right. You think that might help our economy?
I'd like to steal just a little bit of it.
It's amazing how stupid the Democrats are, because now they're worried about prices. They're worried about the consumer prices are going up. Hey, assholes,
where they been?
Where you been for the last goddamn 4 years? I mean, I just can't believe how stupid they are. They are such hypocrites. Where have they been? Why? We looked at gas. I remember a month before the election, before the Biden-Trump election.
When I was going around putting stickers that said Biden did this with Trump's picture on all the gas pumps.
I did. I filled up for $1.62.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then 4 years later, it was what, $3.35 or something like that?
Around
it was ridiculous. Now they didn't care about that. We never heard a word from a Democrat who got up on the floor of the Senate or on the well of Congress.
Well, they were pushing electric cars and Elon Musk at the time because they were the greatest thing since sliced bread. And now, Jesus, they're going to blow the man up.
That's it. So we've got to learn and start to understand how our economy works, how money works, and the effects that how we have been getting screwed to every country has been having high tariffs, and we haven't no tariffs back. That's ridiculous. All right. And the liberals want to be compassionate, empathy. Well, God damn it. It's time for us to have compassion about us, our economy, and our country.
I'm tired of these suburban white women telling us what to do.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, what about the gay activists in Nigeria and the Sesame Street in the Middle East?
I don't know. I have absolutely no idea. I don't understand it, and I don't want to understand it. But I'm asking you all to answer the simple question. What economic policy have the Democrats implemented that have worked out for you? And you're not going to come up with an answer. So why do you even listen to what they have to say?
Point taken.
That's it. Now let's move on. There was a wonderful, wonderful spectacle in the Senate. Miss Senator Cory Booker from New Jersey, spoke for 25 and a half hours.
He was reminiscent of Al Sharpton on his best day behind the pulpit.
Yeah, and what the hell was that? All right, I mean, 25 hours, and anybody who's ever heard Cory Booker talk for 3 minutes knows he's an idiot. All right, but Frank Luntz, the pollster, who's supposed to be a non-biased pollster, he has his opinion. He watched most of the 25 and a half hours, and here's what his reflection is on it.
The next president of the United States.
But are they energized in running in a circle and fighting with each other, or are they energized in a direction?
They're going crazy right now. And they're going crazy because they don't see leadership in their own party. And I want to emphasize what Cory Booker did over the last 24 hours may have changed the course of political history. I watched a lot of it. I listened to words. I listened to phrases, how he presents himself. Did he criticize Donald Trump? Of course he did. But he struck the kind of tone that grassroots Democrats are looking for. He gave them a reason to fight. He gave them a reason to stand up and say, this is my country too. Of course, every Republican watching will say, this is nonsense. But he's not speaking just to Republicans. He's speaking to Americans. And what I saw over the last 25 hours absolutely blew me away. And just as you sometimes make projections or predictions, I'm going to do one right here. That speech puts Cory Booker as one of the leaders for the Democratic Party.
Wow.
2028, and I'll go even further. If you ask Democratic senators right now who they'd rather have lead them over the next 3 years, they would choose Cory Booker over Chuck Schumer.
He's a fucking moron.
Charlie, we're back on the air.
Hey. And I'm sure he's a wonderful person, though.
He's a wonderful person. But if anybody listens to any excerpt of that and finds that it makes any sense,
You're trying. You're really trying. You're reaching.
You're
trying.
Listen, we watched some of it, and we're drinking and couldn't make any sense of it. So I just want to let you know that that's what happened.
3 more, and I won't make sense of shit.
But then today, Hakeem Jeffries came out and had some very high praise for Senator Booker. Let's
Play it.
Strom Thurmond was a racist senator who delivered what had previously been the longest speech in recorded Senate history to defend Jim Crow and bloodthirsty racial oppression. And for that record to fall with an African-American man delivering a speech from the head and from the heart about what America actually should be about. The best of America, an inclusive America, a decent America, not a nasty America. The best of America. That was a powerful thing.
You want some of mine?
Strom Thurmond.
Strom Thurmond was a Democrat.
He was a Democrat.
He was part of the militant wing of all the Democrat clan shit and all him, Robert Byrd.
Right.
Those guys, they were Democrats. That's what Democrats did. And they always talk about the big flip between Republican and Democrat where the Klan came, No. The Klan was Democrat and is still Democrat. The Klan knows if they throw their weight behind a Republican nominee for something, that person's probably going to lose because everybody hates the Klan.
Everyone hates
These
it.
fools.
So again, the hypocrisy is amazing. The lack of understanding of history is baffling. But I thought you might get a kick out of watching that. Coming up, your favorite part of the show, Father Knows Best.
This is usually the time when most people turn it off. All right, you guys know the drill. This segment is called Father Knows Best. This is my father, Charles Conforto, and he's going to answer a question for us. Dad, what is the best part about living in Southeast Louisiana?
Well, there's so much. There's seafood, an abundance of it, 24 hours of drinking, 24 hours of gambling, and world-famous restaurants. And the weather conditions sometimes are fairly nice.
They're always horrible. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Well, I'm drinking.
Is that all you got?
That's that should wrap it up almost.
It's so hot, the women wear barely anything in the summertime.
That's what I like
That's
about
great.
it.
LSU is the greatest team in all the world.
That's true.
This is the home of the Larry and Charlie YouTube channel, which is voted the #1 YouTube channel of all time. Everyone loves it more than anything else. It's a good place, you know.
Yeah, I don't want to touch that. That's good.
And it snowed this year because hell froze over. If this is the
I'm
best
telling
goddamn
you.
place, I'm trying to get out of here. I want to
13
move
inches
to
in my
Florida.
backyard.
I want to go to Florida. That's it.
Thank you, Charlie, for that wonderful insight.
That was something.
Now, for something completely different. Watch.
People wonder why we need a union at Starbucks, and I am literally about to quit. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but like, I really want to. I almost walked out today, and I'm crying in the back room right now, and I almost cried on the floor. It's just, I'm like a full-time student. I get scheduled for 25 hours a week, and then on weekends they schedule me the entire day, open to close. I'm on the schedule for 8.5 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm like 3.5 hours into my shift. There's so many customers, and we have 4 people on the floor all day. Only 5 people were put on the schedule, and somebody had to call out. And there are 4 people running the whole store, and there's so many customers, and there's possibly scheduled 5 people. We only have 13 people employed at this store, and there's so many customers. And like, we don't have fair scheduling. Managers don't care about us. Our manager was supposed to come in this weekend, and he took himself off the schedule, so he wouldn't be able to be held accountable for calling out. He just literally tore down the schedule that he was scheduled on and put up a new schedule where he wasn't on the schedule. Also, he couldn't have even seen that he was scheduled in the first place because he didn't want to be held accountable for not wanting to come in. They don't want to help us. We need a union because this can't happen. This can't happen. We need fair scheduling. We need managers to hold themselves accountable for helping their workers. They refuse to turn mobile orders off. We need the liberty to be able to do that because there's so many mobile orders and I need to get through all of them. And then people are yelling at me because I don't have their orders ready and they don't know what to do. I can't do it. And a customer was misgendering me today, like really badly. I didn't have their order ready. And so they were just like talking to each other and they're like, she's clearly incompetent. I have a full mustache and beard. What the fuck? I don't get accommodations for being neurodivergent. I don't. Like, I can't use. People get mad at me for using my sick time. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm like at my wit's end with this job. I really am. I just want to be alone.
Millennials are idiots.
What the
He was.
fuck
They got
that?
him working. What they say, 8 hours a day,
3 days a week.
3 days a week. Now, what do you do?
What do you
Work
do?
8 hours a day,
Honest-
3 days.
honest to God.
Listen, and then they're trying to give the boy enough to say, well, the girl or the boy, what it was.
I don't know
Was
what that
amazing.
was.
I have a full
It was-
Mustang.
It was a he she.
Look, and then they give him the weekends so he can make a little money and make it fair
Right.
to the rest of the staff. And this son of a bitch wants to start a union because they're overworking him. Jesus Christ, you gotta come listen. If you're watching this, chick, dude, guy, person, I can get you a job on the river right down the road over here. Now, it's rough work. I'm not gonna lie to you. They don't do. There's not a union to join, but you will have work every day. But they will give you a week off. You do 2 on, 1 off. You're gonna love it. It'll be great. You get a whole week off.
Whole week off. My goodness.
And he's a student. Oh, everybody's supposed to be congratulated. You're a student. Great. Oh, you're a student. You're a student. You shouldn't have to do. You're a student.
I don't know.
What do you do? What kind of liberal arts degree are you getting? Oh,
Yeah,
where are you going to work? Oh.
I mean, if that wasn't a pottery major, I don't know what.
If
was.
one more son of a bitch graduates with a communications degree and thinks he's going to get a job somewhere with it,
Really?
you're better off just not getting the degree. You owe so much money now. Communication, what? Just go get the goddamn trade school thing you're going to do, or do something where you don't need a college degree. It's stupid. You're spending all your money. You'll never, ever pay it back.
That's right.
You dumbass.
That's right. Now, moving on. The deportation, okay, is become a big controversy. We've got district court judges. Now, district court judges have a little bit of territory that they can judge over.
Yeah.
Telling the whole country what they can and can't do, and they're doing it because they're communist judges who are now trying to destroy Trump and destroy his policies, and the lawfare continues.
And the judiciary it's the weakest point of the branches because it doesn't have police. It doesn't have an army.
But
It just makes recommendations by law, and you're supposed to follow them.
that's right.
But there's been times when they didn't follow them before,
No.
No. And if they want, I would be totally for them in their district. If they want to be able to freeze an order in their district,
Right.
their immediate district, fine. But how is this district court judge trying to stop something in the entire United States? It's bullshit. You do not have you don't have the jurisdiction. You don't.
No. But earlier this week, a plane load flew from Guantanamo Bay to El Salvador. Watch.
I do not want to go to an El Salvadorian prison.
No.
I don't want to go to any prison.
No.
But sometimes they don't like, I tell the judge I don't want to go to a prison. I don't want to go to a
Right.
jail. He doesn't agree with me. But I am not going to an El Salvadorian prison.
They don't fool around.
No.
They don't fool around. You can tell that there ain't a whole lot of liberals living.
I'm going to tell you,
in El
when you're in church on a Sunday, Jesus loves you is a great thing to hear.
Yep.
When you're in El Salvadorian prison, Jesus loves you means a
Salvador. Different, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But again, the Democrats, are demanding that we bring back
Jesus.
Jesus and his entire crew
Bullshit.
from El Salvador.
Jesus loves you.
And it's like, come on, guys, wake up. It's just so disgusting.
Why would we bring back all these murderers and drug dealers? I don't understand why would you want it?
Because it's a Trump policy and Trump is never right. So therefore, we have to bring them all back. Because Trump ain't right.
And you have that mindset.
That's
but
dumb.
Why? If you would even just take one brain cell and drop it on this idea, the fuck?
I don't get it. I don't get it. And then finally, wrapping up tonight, we cannot ignore the Tesla violence against Teslas and the dealerships and all that good stuff. And we could talk all day on it. We're going to give you a perspective.
Hard to make sense. Everybody that bought a Tesla was a liberal. Everybody.
Watch this lady explain.
Liberals, I really need you to think about something and stick with me here. Y'all are running around drawing swastikas on everything and then calling us Nazis. And then you are destroying Teslas who are typically owned by Democrats and liberals because y'all are the ones who care about EVs. So you're destroying your own people's property. Then those people have to take those vehicles to Tesla and give Tesla more money to fix them. But that's not even hurting or helping Elon in the way you might think because he only owns 13% of Tesla. The majority of the rest of it is owned by Democrats. And then you turn around and call us ignorant.
Proves my point.
Listen, she might have been a tobacco chewer in Alabama somewhere,
She was pretty.
but she had a point. I mean, Jesus Christ, and she was look. Those are the facts.
Those are the facts.
What the shit are you thinking?
I-
And then the one guy firebombed him and caught himself on fire. Now, not
Right.
only is he got, not only you're going to prison for a long time, really burned up bad. What the shit?
Again, it proves my point that when it comes to understanding basic economics, the communist people out there have no clue whatsoever.
For instance, do you think you hurt the dealership? You know what insurance is?
That's it. They're all insured.
They've been waiting for something. They've been paying this freaking premium the whole time. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened. No, now we got to get all new.
So it's amazing to me that everything that's going on, whether we look at the tariffs or whether we look at Cory Booker and the reaction to that crap, you know, and the list goes on. I mean, when I sat here trying to make an outline of what we're going to talk about tonight, I mean, I could have, we could be on for 2 hours and still not cover it all. I mean, it's amazing. And it's 100% driven by the communists and the state-run press.
And look, before we drop out of here, I think we would be amiss not to mention Doge.
Yes, another
5.5 illegals can't vote.
right.
Illegals can't get you know, they illegals aren't getting any government assistance. 5.5 million social security numbers were given out to illegal immigrants. How is that even? That's not a mistake.
No, oh no, you don't
That's
accidentally get a
Not
social security.
5.5 million
No,
of them.
No.
That's not a mistake. That's treason.
Yes.
And there's not one person involved with it. It's a mass overreaching Joe Biden, Barack Obama.
Right. The Communist Party.
It's a big deal.
That's it. And the fact that there is not one person on the left that has even made one interesting positive comment about the savings that are there. All they want to do is destroy. All right. And guys, you know, hey, listen, I'm a nobody. It'd take you no time to destroy me, but I don't give a shit. I really don't, Joe.
I have nothing to give.
I have nothing to give either. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week. And we're going to leave you with a really fun little
I
video.
think you'll enjoy this little musical number.
I swear to God, if you idiots elect that demented man, I will burn this whole fucking place to the ground. How did we get here?
I'm done. Nice to meet ya. Having a little trouble with the fact I beat ya? I guess so. Music to my ears got me thirsty though. Ooh, good gushing. You done got me buzzing. Nothing hits the spot like an arrogant twat balling on TikTok. Raise a shot. Oh, I've been sipping. Nothing satisfies like the taste of the glass they're flipping, tripping. Quenching my soul, but I never get full. Bottomless glass, no empty cups. Bathe in the rain of pretentious folks who don't listen. I listen. Pour me another Harry Sisson. I'm sipping. Good God, you're a touchy bunch. Fresh tears washing down my lunch. Sanctimonious fruit punch. Lap up the juice of entitled country. Hate them bitches. Drink it like fishes. Delicious. One of my favorite dishes. True chemo wishes. Grinning like Ulysses. Mega back in business. Oh, I've been sipping. Nothing satisfies like the taste of the glass they're flipping.